June, you're here. I thought you weren't going to be here tonight. I thought you said, oh, was that last night? Was that last night? I think it was last night. What's up, Alfie? Oh, yeah, I wasn't doing anything last night. I went to sleep. Thursday night, I'll tell you why, man. I was up Thursday night till 3 in the morning. I had to get up at 6. So I was pretty tired. And I'll tell you why. When a few more people get in the room, it's a pretty crazy night, Thursday night. So, Alfie, what's going on, bro? I'm just waiting for Saturday nights. I noticed people. I don't get as many, you know, people in the chat. I don't get that as many. What happened with you, June? Very few people. I mean, Saturday night. I think people go out on Saturday nights. Oh, okay. Graduations. Yeah. How old's your daughter? You talking about high school graduation or college? Okay. Your daughter is how old? 18? Was your granddaughter, right? That had the yeah, okay. Yeah, your granddaughter would have to be your granddaughter, right? Who graduated? Oh, son, grandson. Okay. Let a couple more people get in the room. We're already at 9, 7. It was 9. Now there's 7. Gee whiz. What is that? I always wonder when that happens. What's going on? You know, it's been raining a lot here. A lot. No, no, never did. Never had any. I always thought that I was too irresponsible. And then when I got out of prison, I thought, well, first of all, it was just, yeah, I should have. Yeah. I think it would have been a good thing for me. It would have gave me some sense of responsibility. I see people with their kids and I'm like, damn, that would have been that would have been good. That could have been me, you know? And I love to see kids and their parents together, man. You know, it's a joy. It really is. But one I missed. And I mean, look, Al Pacino just had a baby. He's 83, right? Think about that. His wife is like much younger. Um, I don't know why. Yeah, it's weird. A lot of these there's women who just really like older men. What's up, lowrider? Ugh. Let one more person get in the room here. So 9 will get 10 in the room. Okay. Yeah, me too, Alfie. I think I'm a little, I got me too. Exactly the same thing. Went from 9 down to 6 now. For God's sakes, what happened, man? Doesn't even make sense. I'll tell you what happened. Fuck it. I'll just start talking now. So remember, I told you that my landlady, her tires got slashed. That was like it was on Wednesday, right? Well, the very next day, Thursday, the same guy apparently came back to get the what's up, Johnson? Um, Came back to get the maintenance guy to get his cars, two of them, and he got all of them. He got like 11 times. He got 7 tires, two vehicles. Maintenance guy came out and caught him in the act and tried to shoot him. Pow, pow, pow. The guy ran, got away. Thank God he wasn't hit, you know. But a lot of this stems from the fact that I think, I, how would I know? I don't know anything about this, you know. Uh, it stems from the fact that the maintenance guy uses his pass key to come into people's apartments when they're not home and steal from them. But nobody wants to believe that. Well, let's put it this way: the landlady doesn't believe it because the landlady thinks he's the fucking greatest thing since white bread. He can't do any wrong. He walks on water. The thing is, the guy has a really nice personality, right? Yeah, thanks, guy. Well, I don't think. Do people get notifications? Do people get notifications when uh, when there's a live? I know a lot of people say they don't get them. Does everybody get them? Yeah, really. I don't understand that, man. You're all subscribed? Huh, that's crazy. No, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not even a dog, man. The thing is, he goes into people's apartments and he steals. So, uh, but the landlady, here's what I was saying. He has this really nice personality, and you wouldn't think he would do that, you know. But of course, we all know that you can have a really nice personality and also be a crook and a thief and a murderer and all that stuff. So, you can't go by what person's personality is. But she's like she's easily manipulated. Let's put it that way. She's I don't know if he is or not. He should be calling me in a little bit after this is over with. I was supposed to do yeah. See, well, people here, this is an apartment building in the city. So anyway, the landlady thinks she's like, she's like an idiot, She thinks because he acts nice, and he is a very nice person and very helpful, she doesn't think that he would ever do anything like that. Okay. I know for a fact he is like that. Okay. He might get out at the end of next month. We'll see. There's going to be another parole hearing, that's for sure. Yeah, exactly, Alfie. Here's the thing, man. You know, I know what he is. He knows I know what he is, and you know, I don't fuck with him. He don't fuck with me. You know. I'll tell you what, man. This is the third time his tires have been slashed, and this time they got both vehicles. Before he didn't have two vehicles; he only had one. So it's costing him a couple of $1,000. Costing her about 1,000, right? So you never know. You never know what these people may or may not do. But the thing is, man, that was the big news. Somebody tried to he tried to kill the guy too. I heard the gunshots. Pow, 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 pow. You know what I mean? Uh, Somebody made a statement. I was going to respond to. Oh, John. I was going to tell you about John. John lives in a fantasy world, brother. He lives in a fantasy world in his head. He thinks he's going to get out and become super wealthy. He's going to put on this stuff on the internet. He's going to teach people how to do yoga and this and that. He's going to become a guru. He's going to have tons of money, tons. It's never going to happen. Okay. It's never going to happen. He's so unrealistic, man. You know, his expectations are so unrealistic. He's been in prison for almost 60 years, you know. Uh, yeah, the meditation crap. He thinks he's going to be an expert witness on gangs and all this nonsense. Uh, he might can get a job working as a paralegal or something. Yeah, he might be able to do that. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, even that might be a big challenge for him, man. You know, even though he has done a lot of legal work and stuff, and you know, he has been in the law books. That would be the best route for him to go. He thinks he's going to put a YouTube station on, and everybody's going to want to listen to him. Why? Because he's John Greshner? Because he claims he was a member of the Aryan Brotherhood Commission? Dude, there's not a lot of money in this shit, brother. I'm telling you. I mean, unless you're real sharp at it, you know. If you can get 2,000 views on every video that you put out, you could probably bring home a couple grand a month. That's not a lot of money. Not a lot of money, bro. You know, if you, it's just not money, bro. It's not going to happen. Uh, it's not a lot of money in this. And look at Michael Thompson. There's no, is he making any money? I mean, when he got on it, he didn't stay very long. He was out figuring out ways to steal money already. You know what I mean? Um, Look at the guy. What's his name? the big guy, the one that's uh, looks like a biker guy. He did quite a bit of time. Big fella. What's his name, June? You know who I'm talking about. June, you know who I'm telling you about, right? Big guy. No, not Casper. I'm not talking about Casper. Well, Casper didn't get shit. He didn't even really get a good station going, did he? Um, I'm talking about the big guy that just he's got a motorcycle guy. He's done a lot of time. You said his name the other day, June. The biker, yeah, the big biker dude. What's his name? He's got a station. He's got a channel. Just Mitch Smiley. There you go. How many the he's a pretty good guy, right? He don't have shit, bro. I mean, he's not making much off his channel. I can guarantee he isn't. He's got a lot of people watching him. It's a check every month. You know what I mean? You can't live off of it. You got to go out and get some more money somewhere. You know. And John is a boring dude, man. I mean, he repeats the same thing over and over again. And he says things that I don't know. I mean, they sound really intelligent, you know. But if he was that fucking smart, if he would no, yeah, he claims his meditations don't mount to shit. Really, he's not like. Yeah, Mitch Smiley. Yeah, that's right. He does have a nice wife. Yeah. Chad Marks is doing fabulous. Chad Marks has not only his channel, but he has legal work. He makes a lot of money on legal work. He's established himself. He's gotten people out of prison. He's well known. Yeah, John's just fucking. He's got a bunch of dummies in prison that he takes them over there to the chapel area once a week, and he talks all that guru shit to them, and they're stupid motherfuckers. You can tell them anything. You know. Yeah, I know. Chad's good. Hmm. He came here to Philly with me one time. I took him down to Kensington. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, John doesn't have any of that going for him. He's not as good as any of these people. You know. Hmm. And he doesn't have the charisma that Chad has, or even Smiley. He doesn't have that. Um, he can lead a bunch of dummies in the penitentiary, half brain motherfuckers, you know, but he can't get out here and do anything. Exactly, June. He's asking me about what kind of cars there are and stuff, questions that, people that have been in prison a long time want to know the answer to. Uh, he wants to know what kind of cars he's going to get. He says he's not sure if he wants to get a sports car or a nice SUV. Motherfucker, what are you talking about? You don't even get money to buy a fucking used car. You can't buy enough. You can't afford anything, and you're not going to be able to afford anything. You know. I was very lucky when I got out. I found a really good job very quickly, sales, and I did very well. Yeah. And I used to ask a lot of questions when I was getting ready to get out, but most of the questions I was asking was in relationship to jobs, different ways, I could make money. I wanted to understand the world as a for the purpose of being able to earn money. Those were the questions. He's asking questions about, you know, cars. Exactly. He's asking a question about cars. I want to buy this. I want to buy that. I'm going to have. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen. And like June said, he's in for a rude awakening. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. What's he going to do? I mean, he's living in a, he 29th of June, but that's really not a gate date. I don't think they'll let him out. I think he's going to have to fight a little bit to get out. Maybe not. Maybe not. But he will. He'll fight. He's got a sister in Minnesota and a niece. Yeah, I did very well, dude. In 2006, I made $83,500. That's good money today. That was good. That was 20 years ago, right? That was good money then. It's good money today. I don't know. I really don't know. I would hope not. I mean, I just don't know where it's going to go. I have no idea where he's going with it. I mean, nobody wants to go back to prison. It's a parole. Well, it's supposed to be a satisfaction date. It's supposed to be a satisfaction date. But when he did go to the parole board, they recommended that he never get out. That's what they recommended. That was 20 years ago or something, right? Well, what's up, Judge? You can't give him guidance, June. You can't give it to him. I try to talk to him, but he doesn't want to hear it. He's talking about he wants to put diamonds. He wants to like like braid his beard and put 1 carat diamonds in it. It's never gonna happen. Where's he gonna get a 1 carat diamond from? Yeah, huh. Yeah, that's what Sparger. Yeah, that's what June said. My point is this: I I have no idea what he's going to do. No idea. He's going to have to get a real job. He'll get on SSI, but SSI that might take a few months or even a year just to get on that. What's he going to do in the meantime? Hmm? They're going to want him to have a job, right? Even though he's 74, 70, going on 75 years old, they're still going to want him to have a job. They just want him to stay out of prison. They don't want him breaking the law. That's the main thing. Well, where's he going to live? Where's he going to stay? Homeless shelter? They're going to kick him out of the fucking halfway house. They might not even take him at a halfway house. He's got too much violence. No, he isn't. He would not do good at Costco. Absolutely. He lies all the time. The things he says are they're ridiculous, man. Here's another thing. Okay, he he went to the parole board. They recommended that he never get out. But that's but that was I think 20 years ago. Um, they recommended he do his whole sentence and pass away in prison. That's what they recommended. But that recommendation doesn't hold water legally. Look, man, they just let out the the the, uh, the Gemini twins. They did 36 years. They had 10 homicides. 10. Jones only got one. Yeah, yeah. He's a federal prisoner. Yeah, and the federal parole guidelines are specific. They're specific, man. You know. Yeah, yeah. He ain't gonna like that. He ain't gonna like that. You know. And I can't tell him nothing. All I can tell him is, John, you need money to live. Money makes the world go round out here. There's nothing else. There's nothing else out here that you need more than money. Oh, I'll have money. I'll have money. I'll be a million. Oh my God. So you got to stop talking at that point, right? What can you say? What can you say at that point? You know, he's a maniac. Yeah, it's an old law murder. Absolutely. You understand federal law? Zaza, did you do Fed time? He's got an old law. He's got old law. He's got two old law life sentences. Okay, well, you understand what's going on. Two old law lives. All right. He had them run concurrently now. Now I don't know why he's been at like because that murder happened in '86. So 96, 100, he should have been out in, well, I mean, if you do 30 years on a life, he should have been out in 2016. But he was already in prison on other shit. That was he was a state prisoner when they brought him in. No, he don't want to live with her. She's an idiot. She's on welfare. He don't even like her. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, he's an idiot, bro. Where were you at? What prisons were you in, Alfie? You ever any mediums? I don't know if they're legally married or not, to be honest. What institutions were you in, Alfie? I I mean it don't help him, but he says he's out of it, and I think they believe that he's out of it because he did some things that violate the code, you might say. Memphis was nice, wasn't it, man? It was wide open, wasn't it? They say Memphis was sweet, you know. Memphis was a sweet place. Mud Island. You ever heard of Mud Island? I've never been to Memphis. I was a holdover there once. Memphis is a pretty good institution. Well, there's 33 people in the room. Hmm. How much did you do on the 21? How much time did you do on? How much time did you bring them before they left? You were old law, right? Obviously. Where'd you get out in like 13 or something? Right. And you got out in 01. So what'd you do? 82? Wait a minute. Oh, you did 20, you did 19 years on 21? What's up, East Bay? Okay. So you lost a lot of good time, right? Cam, I know Cam. I know who you are. Um, you lost a lot of good time, right? Man, you're from St. Louis, right? Do you know a dude named Animal? Biker dude named Animal. Loves to shoot heroin. Oh, you would. So wait a minute. So you're saying so you were going back and forth. You were getting violated and going back, right? Jimmy Childress. Yeah, yeah. You know Jimmy Childress, man. Oh man, that was a fiend. That was a dope fiend motherfucker there, boy. You know that fool. How is he? Have you seen him lately? Jimmy Childress. Sure it is, man. He got drunk one night and ran the snitch all around the unit. From what? What did he die from? He died in Butner. Wow. Hmm. From what, bro? Animal. Wow. Hmm. I know a few guys from. Man, do you remember Sonny Madden? You know who Sonny Madden was? He had that murder case where he killed the DEA informant. He owned a bar in St. Louis. Him and his brother. He actually owned two bars. I might know you from someplace, man. You don't, because I was in Pekin. There was a lot of guys from St. Louis and Pekin. You know, Squeezy, little Squeezy. Okay. Hmm. There was a guy there named Little Squeezy. You know Little Squeezy? I know some guys out of Indiana. Little Squeezy, he's probably got to be dead by now. He was with Joe Dock and them when they went on that big bankrupt when they escaped from the federal marshals. Uh, Blackie, Lefty Bocher, they were robbing them banks and stuff, uh, taking the the bank president's families hostages and taking the bank president to the bank, clearing out the vault and all that shit. That was little Sweezy was in on that. Yeah, St. Louis got some pretty good people, you know. Sweezy got out and became a loan officer for a mortgage company and was making good money. Then he got caught up in some counterfeiting shit. That's John calling me. Hold up.
An incarcerated individual at Arkansas Valley Correctional Facility. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hey John, call me back. I'm doing a live show right now, so you might want to call back in 10 minutes. Call me at 10. Who owned the payday loan? Sweezy? Sweezy didn't own nothing. Did he really? He owned the payday loan, John? Yo, Wilson, I haven't seen you in the show for a while. Where you been? Huh. He's dead now, ain't he? He's got to be. He's too fucking old. He'd be 80 something right now. Maybe 90. Doing well, brother. Sweezy was a smart guy. He was intelligent man. He could play handball too. Yeah. What year was that you took the message to him? What year? What year? What did you take that message from Terry Connors? That's not the way to run a payday loan business. I'm just trying to figure, bro, like, which boxer? I don't know of any. If you're talking about the one on the Mexican kid, no, I never did time with him. No. Oh, we had a shootout in my parking lot. Somebody was flattening the tires on the. Remember, I don't know if you remember last week. A few days ago, I was telling you they got my my landlady's tires, and they came back and got the. You might have to go back and watch the whole thing over, bro. I can't go into it all again. It was a mess. We had some shooting going on here. So, guys, listen, man, I've been on here for 40 minutes, but we've been having a good time, right? I'm going to shut it off because John's going to call back in a few minutes, and he wanted me to find out something, and I need to tell him about it. So, I'll see you guys Monday night because I work tomorrow. Maybe not Monday. Yeah, I'll see you Monday night, guys. I'll see you, June. Alfie, all you guys, I'll see you Monday night. All right.